smile, it increases your face value. I like it. I'm just catching up on the news. How you doing? We have a few people here. Monday Night Live. I just have Joy Reid on. She's talking about guns and the NRA convention this weekend. I can watch that later. How you doing? Lots to go over. I decided I'd bring out my teacup. 5 of you, yes, we'll have a little party. We'll have a little start the week party. Start the new moon week and the solar eclipse week. And you know, I was listening to the news earlier and they keep on saying, well, you know, I need to read the tea leaves, or I wonder if we can read the tea leaves on that. So finally I just had enough, and I did. Hi, Pauline. I was thinking of you the other day. And I just thought, well, maybe I'll take out the tea leaves. So, hang on, let me see what some of you are saying. Former Navy running pro-Russian social account under investigation. Yeah, that's a big thing that's been happening for a long time. I've been talking about it for years. Former Navy NCO running pro-Russian social account under investigation for helping spread classified documents. Yeah, not surprised. Where did the day go? Yeah, it was a fast one, wasn't it? I wasn't terribly busy, but I feel like I was terribly busy. It's kind of strange. Windy in Illinois and on the Mississippi River. It's not as windy as it had been here. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll sip my tea, and then when it gets kind of like to the bottom, you need another of my wonderful readings? I got plenty of space. You know what to do. So is it cold where you are? I heard there's a real cold front coming in. There's a guy who has a YouTube channel. I don't know if you have heard of him. His name is Ryan Hall. He's like really into weather. Tax day for you. I always file for an extension. Yeah, reach out, Paula. What I'm going to do. Okay, I told you what I'm going to do with the tea, but I have to finish the tea before I read the tea leaves. Yes, I'm actually going to read tea leaves. I do a little bit of that. If you're a psychic, you can kind of read anything. Snowing in Muskegon, Michigan, my place where I was born. Snowing, jeez. Yeah, Bunny's holding lamb chop. I had to set him up back there. The tea, this tea is, that's a good question. Hang on, because I want to tell you, and the cover's right over here. I'll be right back. This tea is from a company called Vahdam, Vahdam. It's from India. It's blooming rose, loose leaf black tea. And I thought it'd be good to read the tea leaves. Plus, it's all I had here. So we have to do that when I'm finished with the tea. And I got that from a company called Misfits Market, which is where I get groceries delivered from a company called Misfits Market. So that was on the menu. I'm just pulling these out of the corner. I think I thought I'd lost these, but oh, thank you. Yeah, the lights are pretty, and it gets, now that the days of the daylight's changing, you get to watch it go from kind of light out to pretty dark, and it's like the stars come out. So I found the Hoods deck. I'm still looking for my Cosmic Tarot deck, but we'll go with these for now. Pinocchio's running for re-election. Pinocchio, we call George Santos, whatever the hell his name is, we call him Pinocchio because his whole life is a lie. It's a thing. It's a thing in the fascist party. I think that he's in his, what do you call it? What's it called? Psychotic? Is it the psychotic, like, I think he might have multiple personalities. I think he might. That makes sense to me. Let's read on that first off. Delusional, yeah. Oh, Miss Orchid's Garden. How you doing? It's delusions of grandeur. He has delusions of grandeur. Pinocchio. Israel, wow. Hi. You're drinking caramel apple tea. That sounds delicious. Is there cinnamon in it? Manic. That's the word I was trying to think of. Okay, thank you, Janet. Not a psychiatrist, but that fits. I love tea. I love tea too. I'm a coffee drinker, but if I have tea at my office, I like some tea in the afternoon. And then I was reading about tea, and tea is really excellent for your health. So that's always good to know when you enjoy something and then you find out it's excellent for your health. Mason D. Chung is in Honolulu, Hawaii. 80 degrees, very light breeze. Wish I was there. I need to get myself to Hawaii. As far as Pinocchio goes, this is going to be challenging for him. It will be challenging for George Santos. I feel like there are women in our government who will make sure that he does not run for re-election. Hello. It's Five of Wands is it's going to be really challenging, and actually what Five of Wands points to is challenging, but something gets stronger. So I feel like this is us, you know, the normal people, team normal to a certain degree. This is the normal people pushing back on the liars, and George Santos is like the personification of the formerly known as Republican Party, what they've turned into. So he's just a pile of lies. And after seeing the display of remorse for Jim Jordan and the clown show today from New Yorkers, I would just say that the New Yorkers are not going to take it anymore, and they're going to make a stronger stand for we want people that are not crazy in our government. It's that simple. And so the Queen of Swords, that reminds me a little of Letitia James. I'm not sure if she has any dirt on George Santos, but let's ask the pendulum about that. Just because it came up. Let's see. Does Letitia James have something on George Santos? Hi, Kalani. Does Letitia James happen to have something on George Santos? No, it's not Letitia. Doesn't mean she doesn't know anything, but it's not like it wouldn't be, in her jurisdiction, if there was something. Thank you, Patty. Maria, what did you have to... Did you misspell something? You had to retract your message, or you just thought better of what you had to say? Is somebody in New York investigating? Somebody in New York investigating George Santos? Absolutely, somebody's investigating him. Who might it be? Gosh, there's a lot of prosecutors. Is it a familiar name? Is it a prosecutor with a familiar name in New York that has dirt on George Santos? Is it somebody with a familiar name? Yes. Well, you can throw out some ideas. We're reading about George Santos and whether somebody's going to prosecute him. I don't know all the names of all the prosecutors in New York, but let's throw out the ones that we do know. Does Alvin Bragg have information about George? Oh, Alvin Bragg has... Ooh. You like chai tea? I like chai tea too. Biscotti. Good idea. I should make some biscotti. It looks like Alvin Bragg has information. I don't know if he's going to do anything about George Santos, but I get this sense that it's connected. It's connected somehow. Everyone's putting up their favorite teas. Hibiscus is good. Hibiscus is good for vitamin C. Well, that's a little mysterious. Let's ask this. Is George Santos actually going to go through with running for his seat again. By the way, he's the one that started the idea to have a, he actually proposed a bill, presented a bill, George Santos, whatever his name is, we'll call him that. He presented a bill to make the AR-15 our national gun. That was him. He did that. So what I want to ask is, will he actually run for re-election? No, I'm getting a no on that. Just like I get about Ron DeFascist when I ask about whether he's running, and we'll get to him. He may have a deal with Brazil, you heard today. What kind of deal? Because I always thought that Brazil was going to come and get him. Hibiscus and green tea, that sounds good. Thank you for reminding me. I need to drink my tea before I read the tea leaves. And then you can tell me what you want me to read the tea leaves about. Maybe MSNBC will call me. Because they're always saying that. Oh, can't read the tea leaves. I'm like, just call me. Wouldn't that be great? Psychic News Network. Okay. Did anyone see the clown show in New York? You didn't read the article, just the headline about that. Okay. Wait, let me go back and see what you said the headline said. Brazil, you heard. Yeah, I had said a long time ago I thought Brazil was coming for George Santos. Yes, the seagulls are out. Okay. Anyway, so here's what I want to tell you about. I caught, bits and pieces of what happened in New York today. You gave your 2 cents with Jordan. How did you write in a chat or something? Like, how did you communicate with Jim Jordan and company? They were strictly going for sound bites and memes and clips. This is really, there's a little more to it than that, but it's pretty much, yeah, if I walk down the street, there's the ocean. It's not for much more than the desire to have clips and video of things that they were saying. You know how they can distort the facts. So, thanks, Dale. Yes, I trademarked, I own Psychic News Network. They want to make it look as though they're doing gotchas with the Democrats. That's what they're trying to make it look like. You guys have distracted me with all these wonderful ideas about tea and cookies and biscotti. It's okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to attempt to focus. So what happened was, what I saw was they tried to do this, like, it's kind of like a mock thing, and they were trying to make it like New York has so much crime, and that's because Alvin Bragg isn't doing his job, and New York has all this crime. Not only did it not work, it backfired in a big, huge way. Because what did they end up, the Democrats, the normal people, what did they end up turning it around? They were totally going for sound bites so they could distort the meaning of what happened. You guys with me? How did it backfire on them? In a big way. Like to the point where you were just like, wow, you couldn't have orchestrated that any better. Where they turned it around. This is like why I have this sign right here, and gun violence. There was another shooting, and teenagers died, and 28 people got injured at a birthday party. And they have the audacity, and it was in Kentucky, I have that right? They have the audacity to be pointing to New York City and say, now you guys have a lot of crime, when actually the crime rate is down in New York City. Eric Adams is doing a great job. Nobody is perfect. Was it Alabama? Kentucky was a week before. Yeah, amazing. I did have some Twinings English tea. I'm getting different names of where it happened. Thought it was Kentucky. Yeah. So there was just a shooting over the weekend. Another mass shooting. We're having a mass shooting every week. New York crime rates have gone down, and all the guns are coming from the red states. Alabama it was. Yeah, the red states. Kalani's working on gun reform in Oregon. And we're working on it at Grassroots of Democracy, so make sure you join. The red states, yeah, every day there's gun violence, but as far as like a mass shooting is 4 or more people. And what the Democrats pointed to was the source of the guns is the red states. And what just happened over the weekend, I think we should find a way for the NRA to be shut down and to not be able to have conventions anymore. Over the weekend, they were having a celebration at yet another NRA convention. I think it was in Indianapolis, right? Yeah, and so they respond to gun massacres with, let's have more guns. Like, let's add to the party of guns. It's unbelievable. And that's what they got. They got an earful today. I'm not sure if that's going to be continuing tomorrow. Hopefully they're done with it. Does anybody know how long they're doing these ridiculous clown show hearings? It's been one of their old tired talking points. Yeah, that party has a lot of old talking points. Like, how about this one? Entitlements have to go. Entitlements, you shouldn't call it an entitlement. You earned it, right? You paid into Social Security and Medicare from the day you started working. That's not an entitlement. But unbelievable. You have to watch My Cousin Vinny. Oh, that's such a funny movie. Classic. But Rudy Giuliani ruined it for me when he started quoting My Cousin Vinny. I was like, I don't know if I like it anymore. Sorry, I digress. So it totally backfired. So what we're going to do, and Mike Pence got booed at the NRA convention, and then you've got Trump up there glorifying violence, and I heard he retweeted on Midas Touch, he retweeted an AI rendition of George Soros being murdered. We don't even know who George Soros is. I mean, I know he's an actual person, but it's so weird. So Trump is retweeting or retruthing or whatever you call it, these heinous, violent statements and violent looking videos, and it's like, where do you think the crime originates? Yeah, George Soros is an old rich man, but it's not like he's somebody that's been in the public eye unless I missed something. And apparently Trump retweeted a video, an AI rendition of somebody who was George Soros being murdered. And Ben Meiselas didn't show it, which I did appreciate. I wouldn't have watched it anyway. So we're going to look at the aftermath of this clown show in New York. And as taxpayers, speaking of taxes, as taxpayers, we all should be furious. The police charged the 85-year-old with felony. I can't read all that. If it's a long post, you guys read it, because I can't read it and read. It's fine if you write a long thing in the chat. It's just, I have to keep jumping up to read it. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at 3 cards. Oh, this Sun card jumped out. The Sun card jumped out. I don't know how it got over there, so we'll consider that one of the cards about the aftermath of this crazy hearing. Do you guys, yeah, we are furious. We're absolutely furious, and it's really okay to be furious. Old man shot a black 16-year-old for ringing his doorbell. Yeah. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, and the son of the adopted son of her sister shot himself. He lived, but it's because there was a gun. Yeah, anyway, so after it's just, if there's a gun there, there's a higher risk someone's gonna die. That's obvious. But sometimes you just have to state the obvious to the dumb people. The Sun, what happened in this clown hearing, the clowns being the fascist, insurrectionist, treasonous, did you see they had signs, the New Yorkers were holding signs, Jim Jordan is a traitor? They have outed themselves. They've outed themselves. They've made it really, really evident that they are the problem. Let's see what's going to happen. I've been reading on Jim Jordan. It doesn't look good for him. Remember on Friday I read about him and he's going away. He's going away. That's what I got. Yeah, there's... Not only did they kind of screw themselves, the Democrats got stronger. The GOP wants the guns. It's obvious, right? The GOP wants the guns. It's been very obvious for a very long time now. All they say is they're going to take our guns. They're going to take our guns. Did you ever hear a Democrat say, I want to take your gun away? No. So, yeah, I'm seeing the Sun is shining a light on what they're actually up to. And they were called out on it. They were called out on it again and again. Somebody's commenting on Betty the Bunny. They were called out on it. I mean, just directly. This is what you guys are doing. I see in the chat stories I don't know about. Truck going around with huge sign. Yes, I saw that. Saying Tucker Carlson knew. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Okay, so we're still in Jim Jordan and the Clown Show. The High Priestess indicates that the Democrats have something big on Jim Jordan. Yes. Something big. Yeah, President Obama was in office for 8 years and he never took away the guns. What we need right now is reform. We need laws. We just need laws. Right? Your best friend lost her husband in a workplace shooting 12 years ago. And it's starting to get to a point where I think 1 in 5 people, that was a statistic I heard. Thank you, Uptick. 1 in 5 people in the United States know somebody or somebody, close to them or, just a little bit not connected directly, but we all know somebody who's been touched by gun violence. Yeah, so the AR-15s are the pins that they have on their lapels. The fascists. So much to read on. I'll look at Dominion. Of course I'll be looking at Dominion. So anyway, the Democrats have secrets on these people, on the traitors. The Democrats are coming together. See, that's the Two of Cups. Remember on Friday, now I'm starting to recall what I said on Friday about Jim Jordan. I saw Jim Jordan come to a point where he was kind of cowering and slinking away. Remember that if you were here for Friday Night Live for our psychic party on Friday night? And the Page of Pentacles, this is news from the DOJ. These guys, I mean, it's almost like if you did a crime, let me ask you this. Don't forget 20 on Tuesdays tomorrow night. I'll get to my commercial in a little bit. If you did a crime, would you be like, look, I committed this crime. Oh, look, I'm a criminal. Look, I committed this. You wouldn't be doing that, I don't think. But that's kind of what Jim Jordan's doing. It's like, it is that whole, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain kind of energy. And I could see it in him today at that hearing, that little bit I watched of that hearing. They're not new tarot cards. I have 8 to 10 decks of cards. This is a Hoods deck. It's Hudes, which is kind of out of circulation. So did you watch Jim Jordan at the trial? Because it really looked like, I want to know when that movie's coming out. It really looked like the way Jim Jordan was behaving, it was like he was talking really fast like he always does, but it was kind of like when somebody knows that they're wrong and they don't want you to know that that they know that you know, and so they don't really let you get a word in. He kept trying to get to a point. Is everybody okay? Someone's saying, Betty, so sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Betty's son was a deputy sheriff and was shot by an AR-15. Oh my God, he survived. Prayers to him. God bless him. Yeah, we have to, that really gets me very upset and very much on board with doing something about this. Come to Grassroots of Democracy, you guys, and you know, we sign petitions and we make a plan. Okay, so what I see is the Page of Pentacles. This is the subpoena. Yeah, Jim Jordan has always talked over people. So it's like the way that he conducts anything is it's the other way I can describe it is when you're talking to somebody and you're making sense and they're refusing to listen. They have no intention. That's what Jim Jordan was like. And he's always like that, but especially today. They have no intention of taking in what you say. They have that's not on their mind. He had no ideas in his head to stop and listen to what was being said. That's called stonewalling, right? And thinking about, Dominion is not settling. Did you just find that out? I never got that Dominion would settle. Jim Jordan needs a smack. Someone said he needs a smackdown. He does. He needs a smack, metaphorically speaking. So yeah, I mean, the High Priestess is saying the DOJ has something on Jim Jordan. We've known that all along. Not only that, but Ohio State, right? And this is a subpoena for Jim Jordan. He already had a subpoena, remember? Is he going to get subpoenaed again? I do think so. Where did my pendulum go? Is Jim Jordan going to get subpoenaed again? Yes, that's a yes. He will get subpoenaed again. So thank God for Dominion, absolutely. Oh yeah, that's a big, strong yes. And I think that this kind of lit a fire under the Justice Department. Wow. I actually feel Alvin Bragg's energy around this. I feel like Alvin Bragg is like, oh, wait till I get a hold of him. Wait, I don't mean literally, but wait till I get a hold of Jim Jordan. I'm telling you what. Dominion may get more than 1.5 billion. Damages are not capped. Yeah, I saw 5 billion. Oh dear, I dropped a couple cards. And if I can't reach these cards, I'm just going to change decks. I'm going to change decks because it's impossible to get around this chair. Very heavy chair. Let's switch to the Hanson Roberts. No, is this Hanson Roberts? Yes. These are Italian. These are made from Italy. I feel like Alvin Bragg is just like, I get this energy like Alvin Bragg's like, I can't believe. It's kind of like, wow, this is easy in a way. That Alvin Bragg's looking at Jim Jordan going, like Jim Jordan is completely incriminated in himself. I don't know specifically what Alvin Bragg is thinking about, but I do think that Alvin Bragg has dirt on Jim Jordan. They talk, you know, the justices, the prosecutors, they all talk. Does Alvin Bragg have dirt on Jim Jordan? Yes, he does. I've always seen Jim Jordan being subpoenaed by Jack Smith. It's coming, people. It's coming. I know. It's really thank you for putting up my website. It's really hard, it's trying, it's frustrating, it's traumatizing. We are really in a tough place, but things are moving. It's not like, hi Mario. It's not like when you really think about it, nothing is stagnant right now. Party time. Nothing's stagnant right now. Things are really moving to the point that we really have had a hard time keeping up. Like, did you know that Elon Musk sent another SpaceX up? I think it went up. I'm just making the point. I cannot stand Elon Musk, but you know, it gets lost in the news. And he's wanting to populate Mars. Did that happen? I don't mean populating Mars, but did the SpaceX go up today? I'm dropping cards all over the place. There's a lot of energy in this room. Yes, Letitia James is still working on the Trump case. I think Trump goes back for the Letitia James case. Gosh, I have to get my legal details lined up. I'm going to write them down next time. I think that's going to be, he has to go back in October. However, what's coming up next week is the E. Jean Carroll case, right? Unless I missed any news that might have gotten delayed or something. E. Jean Carroll's still on, right? Yeah, Letitia James set for October, right? So that's not over. Have you've been hearing DeJoy is leaving for ages now? I know, and I kept seeing April. And the price of stamps just went up again, and you know, I don't understand. I don't really know. It's like a big mystery. Why? I'm going to go to DeJoy for a sec. It's a big mystery. Nick Cannon and Elon Musk can populate Mars. I'm not going to Mars. What's that song in that song Rocket Man? Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. Elton John. Okay. All right, hang on. I need to focus on the next question. Who was I asking about? Asking the ETs to take Trump with them. Okay. Oh, sorry, I've got 5 different things in my head to read on. And suddenly someone mentioned DeJoy and it just threw me down a whole different road. It's not easy. Okay. Is DeJoy going? Is DeJoy going this month? Not this month. Is he getting ready to be ousted from Postmaster General? Well, yeah. Will Fani Willis go forward against 45 this month for indictments? You don't need to apologize, Gloria. No sushi, no swimming, no fresh air on Mars. Life would suck. I mean, why would you want to live on Mars? There aren't any trees. I love trees. Okay. I'm just going to read on DeJoy real quick. What is going on there? He's no Postmaster General. He's a crook. I won't be yeah, I'm not going to go to Mars. Because it ain't the kind of place to raise your kids because it's cold as hell. Great song. That's a great song. DeJoy. Yeah, DeJoy's coming. DeJoy's coming. Yeah. There's going to be, I see 3. So April, May, June, it might be July. There are people trying to get rid of him. I see a female who's investigating him. And the emperor. I see his ties to Trump being revealed. This is about DeJoy. Send Elon Trump to Satan and Abbott to Mars. Good idea. Yeah, I love trees. I won't tell you my sad tree story. When I tried to save trees and they cut down these beautiful, healthy trees. Yeah, it looks like DeJoy, that there are investigations going on into DeJoy, and it looks like it looks like in about 3 months we're going to hear some news about DeJoy. You bet they hate him at the post office. When I was writing letters to the Board of Governors of the post office, because that's what we do at Grassroots of Democracy, we do those kinds of things. I was back and forth with somebody who was obviously a Trump supporter, and he was like, oh, we're so lucky to have DeJoy. And I was like, can you say suck up? Is it in 3 months? Yeah, I'm getting like 3 months. We definitely should clean up our own planet before we go pollute another planet. I'm getting like 3 months. I'm reading on DeJoy, like, because I'm getting the number 3, and okay, so not April, May, June. I feel like we're going to see some motion in June. I'm sensing an investigation into DeJoy, and now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably Sheldon Whitehouse. It's probably Sheldon Whitehouse, right? I'm seeing July. Yeah. Are you also? Sometimes people in the chat are using their pendulum too. So July is 3 months. Yeah. Did I say something else? I don't know. Maybe I need more tea. Yeah, he is. He's set on privatizing the post office. And this person I was conversing with through email that was on the Board of Governors, his name was Michael Elston or something. He actually was like all about, oh, DeJoy doesn't want to privatize the post office. Like, it's obvious. Come on. We weren't born yesterday. And if we were born yesterday, we'd be smarter than you. Still. Dominion and Fox. Now, let me remind you, well, I'm really reminding myself, what I have seen with Fox. I have in the past, because you know this Fox thing's been going on for a very long time. DeJoy owns stock in other mail services. Yeah, he's being investigated. That's what I get. You get July also? Are you using a pendulum, Betty, or are you just like psychic and it just comes to you? Okay, so I'm sorry I'm not saying I'm sorry, but I'm not following the chat, and when sad things happen I feel like I'm being insensitive, but I didn't catch it. So sorry, whatever's going on. Send light and love, everybody. I'm going to look at, so what I have seen about Fox is that before this whole Dominion thing, I've always seen Fox being called out for the lies, and as a result, having to change everything about how they do their news channel. By the way, if my Wi-Fi conks out, let me know. Because sometimes the chat stops and that's what's happened. I talked to Comcast today, and apparently, just about the Wi-Fi, it's an issue on the street that I'm on. It's not anything to do with my setup here. But on Wednesday in the wee hours of the morning, Comcast is supposed to come down to Main Street and fix the problem on Main Street. There are other businesses that apparently are having problems too. It's been an issue. So I apologize. On Friday it just cut out, and at least it lets me go to the end sometimes. The guides help me with that, I think. So let's take a look at Dominion. So I feel like Fox, I've always felt like Fox would have to change up everything, and this was before all the drama ensued. So we're going to pick 3 cards about Fox and Dominion. I did get, a few months ago, I got the Dominion was not interested in settling out of court. I want this to go to trial. You want this to go to trial. There's energy follows thought. If you want this to go to trial with Dominion and Fox, just visualize it. Okay? Just visualize it. They have been holding the line. Yeah. No, the Wi-Fi wasn't from the teardown of the Y. This has been... No, it's been since I've been here, Betty. I don't know. It's a mystery. There's a lot of energy where I live. You know how some people, like years ago, it was like the copy machine would always break, or, you know, some people with technology, things just break around them. Something about the energy where I live. Alright, Fox and Dominion. Okay, the world is watching. The world is watching. Wow, I'm getting the 3 rods again. Fox is going to have to change their tune. Did Mercury go retrograde? Did I miss that? When did it go retrograde? I'm looking. Where's the moon today? The moon is in. It's going into Aries in about an hour. Yeah, I see. When did it go retrograde? I see Fox having to change their format. What are you asking me about Chicago? I don't. Maria's asking, teens rampage in Chicago's Magnificent Mile. I don't know what that is. Jumping on cars and buses. They also race cars in tight circles. Yes, the Chicago police will be able to put a stop to this. How long has it been going on? A few days ago, Mercury went retrograde. Are you sure? Don't see it. Huh, that's weird. Yeah, the Dominion doesn't want to. It goes right. Thank you, Andrea. I was like, I don't usually miss those things. There it is. Mercury retrograde on Friday. Thank you for clearing that up for me. Does Dominion go after Kerry Lake and the Pill Guy? I keep on getting that the Dominion's going to get about $5 billion. Lots of crazy news. Yeah, there's always lots of crazy news, Diane. As far as the Chicago situation, I feel like the Chicago law enforcement police are going to reel that in. So don't worry. Just visualize that situation in Chicago right now. Settle down. The world is watching this Fox thing. Believe it or not. I mean, a lot of Foxes around the world, right? Marvy Marie. Fox will never change, get worse, maybe. Let's tell Marvy Marie the rules. Somebody tell Marvy Marie the rules. You guys know the rules, right? We don't project negative circumstances with our thoughts. I know. It sounds like I'm a cult leader, I know. We visualize it the way that we want it to be, and we move our thoughts in that direction. So what we don't do here in the chat, is we don't say things that are defeatist. And what you're saying is not. It's okay, Darren. No worries. You just confused me because Mercury. I'm like, I would have noticed if Mercury went retrograde. I have my astrology calendar here. It looks like Dominion is going to win, and we stay positive here because here, on my channel, we know about thoughts creating reality. Okay, that's all. No biggie. We love you. I really do think that this is going to be a lot of money for Fox, the cult of Annette. It's a happy cult. The 3 of Rods, yeah. I'll be reading the tea leaves about that one. I got to finish my tea first. Anybody out there read tea leaves? I want to read on Smartmatic, too. When is that happening? Do we know? Do we have the news on that? How's it going back there, Betty? And Lamb Chop? Betty and Benny? What do you think? You know, witches have familiars, so... so Betty Bunny and Benny Bunny are my familiars. And Lamb Chop. Oh, Fox is banned in Australia. Okay, I was surprised to see how worldwide it seems to be. Instead of drinking the Kool-Aid, we eat Peeps. I heard somebody. There was an anchor, it was probably MSNBC, who was talking about the Jim Jordan thing. I don't know if you guys saw this, it was really quick. I know you're waiting for the tea leaf reading, but I have to finish the tea. Don't rush me. Plenty of time. One of the people that were being interviewed, a reporter in New York, by accident, I think it was a representative, maybe a senator. He said Jim Jones by mistake when he meant to say Jim Jordan. I was like, boy, that was a Freudian slip. That was crazy. Let's look at Smartmatic. What's going to happen with Smartmatic? Oh yeah, the guys are showing me all that whole like, wasn't that funny? He said Jim Jones by mistake. He caught himself. The whole crew, the Giulianis and the Sidney Powells and the Maria Bartiromo, or whatever her name is, and Sean Hannity and Tucker. Wow, they're going down. Rupert Murdoch broke off his engagement. Mickey Mouse is at the bottom of my teacup. We'll see. Okay, so let's look at Smartmatic, because I don't know why I got that 5 billion number, but I feel like, it's disconcerting. But Fox, the profits at Fox are in the way billions. So what I heard was that part of the settlement, at the end, if this is what I heard, maybe you guys heard this, that it's going to be Dominion. If Fox wanted to settle, Dominion would make it on the condition, and I don't think they're going to settle. Dominion would make the condition that Fox had to tell all its viewers that they lied to them. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that too? You think they're holding a hammer, something we have seen yet? We haven't seen yet, you mean, Betty? Oh, yeah. Oh, Smartmatic. Ooh. Whoa. Smartmatic is going to seal the deal. Yeah, Smartmatic is going to seal the deal. This is Fox. This is smoke and mirrors. This is pulling the wool over their eyes. Smartmatic is going to seal the deal. And Fox is going to try to save face, but they won't be able to. I do think, what's not going to happen? What's not going to happen, Mario? What are you saying? I do think this is going to damage them. It already has damaged them. Right? I mean, it's not like I'm saying, oh, well, this thing is going to take them down. It's going to be brand new. It already has damaged them. You heard from other readers that Dominion has more things on Fox. I'm seeing Smartmatic has more stuff on Fox too. They're supposed to say they lied to their viewers. Oh, I see what you're saying, Mario. Well, that would be the condition. And Tucker Carlson, I've always seen, if you've been following me, I've always seen Tucker Carlson becoming like a Rush Limbaugh. I don't know what Tucker Carlson would be doing if he couldn't run his mouth, because he's addicted to that, right? More lawsuits to come. Yeah, I agree. Please hit the thumbs up if you can. I don't think Dominion ever had an intention of letting Fox get away with this. I mean, Fox destroyed them. Like, who's going to go rent, or I guess they must rent the voting machines or buy the voting machines? I'm not sure. Who's going to go buy the voting machines when they've been, slandered to death as a company? Well, Rush Limbaugh's on the other side now, Kathy. She's saying she can't stand Rush Limbaugh. He's in the spirit world. He's probably all better now. Yeah, I think he'll be a podcast. I think Tucker Carlson, but I see a video thing too, so it might be on YouTube or something like that. Um, with his constipated face. You mean Tucker? Because I always think of DeSantis as having that. Please hit the thumbs up if you can. Yes, Kathy. Rush Limbaugh died from lung cancer. I think it was 3-4 years ago. That'd be an interesting afterlife interview. I've been thinking about doing a channeling. Maybe I can fit that in at some point. Doing a channeling, but I don't think I'd want to channel Rush Limbaugh. Okay, I feel like I'm getting behind. Need to catch up. Okay. What are we going to read the tea leaves about? Tucker has a constipated look, but doesn't Ron DeFascist also? I think so. Let's read on. I'm gonna do a quick read on whether after this New York debacle today, whether we're gonna see more movement towards gun laws. Harry Potter tea leaves? Did they have tea leaves in Harry Potter? I didn't really watch Harry Potter. He got the medal. Yes, Rush Limbaugh got some medal of peace. Trump was just giving out medals. Here, have a medal of peace for being so heinous. It was ridiculous. It was just so offensive. You think Liz Cheney has gone on some vacations with Thomas and Crow? Harry Platter, what are you guys talking about? Do I see Fox breaking up after the trial? I definitely see a breaking up. Okay. Lost my place again because we were talking about constipation faces. The gun. Okay, will we see some gun laws? Will we see some gun laws? I can't really say bad things about Liz Cheney because she really led the way on the investigations into January 6th. As much as we don't agree with her views, she did the right thing. You know? Well, yeah, who's talking? Let's see. One of your relatives read tea leaves, she turned the cup over. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, I only said we can be thinking of questions. We don't have to have questions. But, you know, there are things on our mind that will come up, right? If you read tea leaves, you're like, things are going to come up. Uptick 888, are you trying to ruin my day? Come on, be nice. You don't have to tell me that Ron DeSantis' middle name is my last name. I don't want to be associated with that. Some things we just want to overlook, right? Oh my gosh, it's 53 minutes in. I have to stop and do my commercial. May 6th, we have a pendulum class. Go to psychicandetdion.com to sign up. If you'd like to book a reading, psychicandetdion.com. Why not? It's an eclipse week. In fact, it's eclipse season. Tomorrow, you want a reading around these eclipses, right? You definitely want to know how this is going to shift things for you. We have the solar eclipse on Thursday. We'll be talking about that more on Wednesday. And we'll be talking about that tomorrow. I have a live stream podcast here on YouTube with Kathy the astrologer, professional Aquarian, 3 o'clock tomorrow live streamed, and you can always watch it later if you're busy. That's Eastern time. And we're going to go over the astrology. She's going to tell you about the astrology. She's going to tell you about the astrology. And so there's that tomorrow. That's the 18th. 3 Eastern time live stream. She's going to tell you what's going on with these eclipses. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for an hour. We can talk about the Mercury retrograde too. So there's going to be a lot in that show. Maybe I'll ask the producer if we can go a little bit longer. So that's tomorrow. I have the spiritual approach to weight loss course. you can still jump in. You can just get the recordings of the 2 prior classes. We have 2 more classes that's on Saturday. All my classes are on Saturday. And Grassroots of Democracy, of course, go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. You can also put your email address in for 20 on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday night, we get together and do a guided meditation for a healed America every Tuesday. It's 20 minutes long. And then after that, we do a discussion about the readings from Church of Spirituality this past Sunday. And thank you. I'm not saying goodnight. This is my commercial. I do a commercial break halfway through. Don't leave. Don't leave. I won't have an audience. And so Grassroots of Democracy, and I do PNN, Psychic News Network, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right around 7. If I'm late, it's just because I'm catching up on the news, or I just got behind and lost track of time or something. Tea Leaves for Democracy. I like that. That might attract some major news networks, huh? Support Midas Touch. Support the other psychics that you like. Because we're here for you, and we really do need support. So support psychics on YouTube that you like. This is how I make my living. So, you know, whatever you can do. If you want to donate, it's very much appreciated. If you already have, thank you. And if you want a reading, and you've already had a reading, you can always come back and get another reading. All right, should we jump into the Trump thing? Texas Paul has been on a tear. Can I just say something about, I love Texas Paul. Texas Paul is awesome. I think it's really interesting, and you can give me your thoughts on this. I'll do my best to read them. I think it's interesting that men can rant and be aggravated and frustrated. They can rant, but when a woman rants, it's not looked upon very favorably. Have we noticed this? He gets really mad. Texas Paul gets really mad, and he cusses. And he makes his point. And I've seen Ben Maisel is almost losing his breath. He gets so mad, you know. But thank you, Maria. But it's like, I don't see people getting upset with the men for ranting on their YouTube channels, right? What is that? Just curious to know what you think about that, because it's always very perplexing and confusing to me, as if I did something wrong. And you know, there are people that have said, I'm not going to watch your channel anymore because you rant. And I'm like, well, you don't have to watch my channel. I mean, I appreciate you being here, but I feel her rant coming on. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it would be different if they said that to the guys that rant on their channels too. That would be different, right? We're called hysterical. It's and I'm not even talking about cussing. I'm just talking, I mean, on Friday, it's kind of like a form of misogyny. On Friday, there was a lot going on Friday. There was, I mean, go back and look at the news from Friday. It was all over the place, and it was very upsetting what was going down on Friday. Ron defascists in the middle of the night after Fort Lauderdale had that huge flood. If you raise your voice at home, your hubby says that you're around the bend, but he can yell. Yeah, well, you should put him in his place. It's just weird, and it's not supportive. It's not helpful. It doesn't make me feel good. Like, you know, that's all. I'm alright. I'm good. Anyway, I'll see what Texas Paul had to say. I've said it before to people, and maybe it sounds really flippant, but it's like, it's not like you're my employer. You know? That's all. When you have a channel, when you have a business, you kind of make your own rules. All right, now back to this. Back to Trump. What's going on with Trump? Yeah, I'm not even talking about cussing. I'm talking about just raising my voice and being animated. I think we should all be animated, right? I'm giving you permission to be animated and passionate. Have at it. Have at it. You guys are awesome. You're funny too. You make me laugh. Trump. Well, Trump has got Fonnie Willis, Letitia James, and there's a man here, Alvin Bragg, and he's surrounded. Texas Paul hasn't cussed lately. I bet it's not because somebody complained in his chat. I bet it's because his wife said something, or, maybe he just decided not to cuss. The Ace of Pentacles. This is, I don't know, sometimes you have to cut. I mean, I can swear like a sailor. I'm in a fishing town. Florida on Friday, the kids are walking out of school. Good. Thank you, Moonchild. Passion is good. I'd rather be passionate than sitting around sulking. Cussing is good for your health. I think I read an article about that. How about Michael Cohen? I see, this is really strong, very professional, very domineering energy, kind of like coming for Trump, and that's why he's resorting. You think Midas Touch got complaints and asked him not to? Trump squealed a lot of info during the 7-hour deposition to Letitia James. What do you mean squealed a lot of info? Glenna, you're funny. There's so much coming at him that's like they have all their ducks in a row. The legal system, the DOJ and the prosecutors. They have everything is like tied up really neatly. Women get criticized if they are heavy or have bad hair or clothes. Men get away with it. Well, they're trying to keep us in our place, but it's not working. Where's my... I showed you guys this from one of my viewers. We are the granddaughters of the witches you couldn't burn. Oh, cussing lowers your blood pressure. I feel like I'm getting permission. Spilled the beans. Oh, okay. I've heard that as like spilled the beans on himself. Bragg's suit against Jim Jordan. That's right. He did sue him. See, it's hard to keep up. He did. That sign was a gift from one of my viewers, and I apologize for not... Oh, wait. Is it right here? No, that was Bonnie. Bonnie sent me the bags of crystals. The card's in the other room. We have to get it out, right? We have to get our emotions out. All right, let's take a look a little bit more at... I don't know why I want to read on Michael Cohen. That's interesting. Yeah, he tells on himself. Trump tells on himself. Your cousin Dorcas Hoare was on trial in Salem. Really? Did they prosecute him? That's terrible. Do I see 45 flee in the country? No, I don't. There's no place for him to go. He doesn't have any money. I'm reading on Michael Cohen. Huh, interesting. Well, what Michael Cohen is facing right now is Trump, all the Trumpsters, all the people around Trump, Trump included, is that what you're gonna hear some slinging some, crap at Michael Cohen they're trying to make him out to be a not credible witness, which is ridiculous. It's foolish. It's not going to work. And this is, I've been seeing that, you have witches in your family, my goodness. That Letitia James has Michael Cohen's back, but he has to kind of watch his back right now. Because as things heat up around Trump, he's going to get more bombastic and get the crazies to be acting crazy. Send Michael Cohen a lot of white light. He'll be okay, but the idiots because Trump is so threatened and he's so angry at Michael Cohen. People are still talking about cussing. He's at risk, so he'll be okay. Just send lots of light. All right, so Ron DeFascist. Has anybody heard what Ron DeFascist is doing about the massive flooding that happened in Fort Lauderdale? Yeah, Obama couldn't take away guns because the Republicans opposed him and everything he tried to do after Sandy Hook. Unbelievable. Yeah, Michael Cohen does have to watch his back. Yeah, I do get that. Don't feel bad about Satan's name. He's related to your family through marriage. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Thank you. You're the one that mentioned it, right? Okay, I'm almost down to the... Did he call Fort Lauderdale? He needs higher boots. You're right. Okay, we're gonna spin the cup. You saw it here. I'm reading the tea leaves. We're just gonna see what comes up. I kind of think I have to think of a topic. The angels are watching over us. I don't have a pencil for a pointer here. Maybe this will do. I don't want to get up and leave you. All the things on this table, you'd think I'd have a pointer. There are angels. I don't know if you can see them. There are angels here. There are angels watching over us. Right there. Can you see them? And they're sitting in the plus. There's a lot of spiritual energy. Yeah, there's a lot of spiritual energy. There's more spiritual energy than we can imagine. And what we're seeing here is the angel energy. The letter indicates messages, like social media messages, like that. And there's angelic guidance, and I'm feeling like that's going to lead to investigations around what's happening through the internet in terms of conspiracy and violent rhetoric and Russia. Russia has a lot of Sharpie one. It's all I had. I didn't have a pencil here. I do have this. I have a magic. This is my magic wand. So it's called the Cup of Destiny. It was a gift. I have witchy friends. It's fun. 2023 is a trip. That's for sure. That's the understatement of the night. So there are investigations going on around social media and how it's been infiltrated by Russia, and that's going to really come to the forefront in the next few days. I do see that. I think someone mentioned that in the chat. I do see that. I definitely see. It's hard to tell. There's two angels here. There's two angels. So it feels like there's a lot of people right there. It's really hard to do this. A lot of people are focused on praying. There are a lot more people praying. And you know what? Yesterday, when I was coming here to do my church, because my church of spirituality is every Sunday at 1, so I was driving here, I think it was around 10, and it wasn't like Easter was last week, and most of the churches, besides, not considering the Orthodox church, the churches I went by, they were full. The parking lots were full. I think, oh, you have the same teacup? It's fun. How long did it take to read tea leaves? If you're psychic, you can read anything. It's really true. In Kiev. Yeah, so I believe more people are praying too. I just really noticed that. There's like, yeah, that's working. The tea leaves are saying that that's working. So let's see what else is here. I do see people going to jail, but I can't point out where I'm seeing that. Wait, is Capricorn? Hang on. Let me check something. Sorry to make you wait, but I just want to see the symbol for Capricorn. Because I get that mixed up with Jupiter. Hang on. Capricorn. Saturn, I mean Saturn. Yes, join us at Grassroots of Democracy. I see Saturn. A lot of... Well, we kind of came out of the energy of Saturn that was really... We just went through a really tough Saturn time. So, I don't see any tea leaves there. I'm actually seeing that people like myself are going to be giving more credibility, which is interesting. Saturn is a Capricorn ruler. Yes, I'm seeing there was a lot of energy around Saturn, but there are angels too. So along with the difficulty of the news and what's going on, there are angels. And we've just moved out of a really tough time for, like, you know, take a picture of what? Of this? It doesn't mean we're not going to come back into a tough time, but I really do feel like we've been through the worst of it. And actually, that reminds me that at the start of the year, myself and other psychics too were saying in April things will get better. So I do see that. At the bottom of the cup, I see a lot of people, definitely I see a lot of people coming together, one-minded. I'm sorry I can't point out exactly where I'm seeing that. It's kind of like I don't read the cards exactly. It's impressions. Yeah, so I see a lot of military movement in Ukraine. I do see things shifting there. I'm seeing that there's going to be more ammunition sent to Ukraine. I feel like they're going to get a handle on it. It's okay. What are you guys talking about? Oh. Well, the war in Ukraine ends soon. Well, soon is a relative term. Hey, Damon, you just showed up. I might have to go a few minutes longer because I have so many other things to read about, and I'm just kind of like going too slow. Let me see. I see military. I see buildup of military. But I'm not worried about it. It feels like a buildup of military for the good guys. And I do see negotiations. I see things getting, believe it or not, I see things getting a little bit like cooling off with China. I can go longer if yeah, I can. It is scrying. That's true. That's what you do with the crystal ball. You look in the crystal ball and you go, I see this and I see that and I see this other thing. And then people are like, you do not. And you're like, well, you have to be psychic. I'm seeing a lot of military. I'm seeing, do I see the war in Ukraine ending before? I see military, but it's not scaring me. It's like, it feels like a build-up for the good. A build-up for the good. You thought I had a bowl of ice cream. That sounds good, actually. You married a woman with strong Ukrainian roots. Well, and Brad Paisley was back on MSNBC on Nicole Wallace's show. And with I'm trying to remember the guy's name, the Ukrainian guy. It starts with an I. And Brad Paisley has a song called Same Here, and he went to Ukraine and he sang his song in the square, St. Michael's Square. It was really beautiful. I love that he's doing that. Yeah, thank you, Irina. So what I'm seeing in the tea leaves is I'm seeing a buildup of military, but it looks like it's for the good. Sheila's complaining about Elon Musk. And I see peace. I see peace coming. And I know that's hard to believe in the face of everything. I see China kind of pulling back the rhetoric. Interesting. And you know what? When you read tea leaves, Marjorie Taylor Greene needs marijuana to calm down. What are you guys talking about? I was busy. I didn't catch that. We should read on her. So that's actually good. That's actually good. When you read tea leaves, sometimes you just like leave leave the cup for a while and just keep peeking back at it, and maybe I should do a class. We should call the angels around us and tea leaves. I'm going to read on Marjorie Taylor Greene. The cards, not the tea leaves. Oh yeah, I think I've read on Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I got that she does steroids. Yes, I have. Okay, what's going to happen with her? I mean, she's basically sided with the enemy in plain view. You scry and labradorite? You don't say. Kathy, I just want to tell you that I don't really read on Navalny because that energy is so hard, and it's just too difficult. Yeah, Zelensky was on the Paisley record, so if you catch Nicole Wallace's show on MSNBC, there's a little clip of Brad Paisley and, is it Igor maybe? Is that his name? A Ukrainian guy? Alright, we're reading on Marjorie Taylor Greene. Music can save the world, you know. It has. Art saves the world. Do art. Do more art. Somebody promise me you're going to do more art. A military guy spilled the secrets about Ukraine war, yeah. Well, they're going to take care of him. They need to take care of Trump. Also. Oh, yeah, good. And the song is called Same Here by Brad Paisley, and I think the proceeds from the song, if you donate, go to help Ukraine. Somebody's working really hard at getting Marjorie Taylor Greene ousted. You do art. Do more art. The Page of Rods that's a subpoena. I know that we get frustrated. Yeah, music has saved me, that's for sure. I know we get frustrated, but they are working. Play more Art Garfunkel. They're working on it. They are working on it. And believe it or not, Miss Lindsey Graham, sorry. Miss Lindsey Graham, you know it's bad when Miss Lindsey Graham is admonishing Marjorie Taylor Greene for what she is doing. She's just showing that she's on the enemy's side. She's on the enemy's side. It's just a matter of time. Santos made a deal with Brazil. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. We've been around this block before. Crying Lindsay. How about Trump? Can you imagine? Can you imagine going around? I'm glad Lindsay called her out too. Can you imagine going around going, the people, they saw me and they were so filled with emotion, they were just crying. Can you imagine being like that? Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene made a lot of people mad. That was very brave of Miss Lindsay. It truly was. I'm going to read on Matt Gaetz just because. I don't know why. Just because. DeSantis is pure evil. Yeah. Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz. Heartbreak. This is from Matt Gaetz. He made a fool of himself today. I didn't even see it, but I'm getting that Matt Gaetz made a fool of himself today, and what I'm picking up, even though I didn't see Matt Gaetz, I didn't see him at the clown hearing today, but I feel like something Matt Gaetz said was incriminating. They made it worse for themselves. Is Gaetz still married? It just makes me nauseous to even think about that, so I'm not going to ask. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. This is January 6th. Yeah, there's something that Matt Gaetz said today that was a mistake for him. It was the King of Swords. It made a stronger case against Matt Gaetz. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't really see him. The Tea Party may be in mass needs to dump the tea again. You see the attitude up here, right? You see the attitude. Like I was telling you about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's going to New York to protest. Good luck to her, right? You saw a photo of Marjorie Taylor Greene on a boat. We have some major things that we haven't read about yet. So let's jump to that. I feel like I've been dilly-dallying. Oh well. Clarence freaking Thomas. I'm telling you, it's just like, there's not even any mystery to it. It's right in our face. I guess it was, things are just being uncovered left and right. Clarence Thomas. I get that Jenny is in trouble. I get that Jenny Thomas is freaking out. King Clarence. I get that Jenny is freaking out. I get that, oh my gosh. I feel like Jenny is having to take Quaaludes, or what do people take to calm down? Ativan or something. King Clarence. And Queen Jenny. That's what I get. They were king and queen in a past life. I think it might have been France. And they were heinous. Heinous. Let them eat crap. Like that. Very challenging time for them. Very challenging time having to fight off the media mostly. Now Miss Lindsay gets to travel before he gets indicted and jailed in Georgia. I'm talking about King Clarence right now. People are putting in the chat that Liz Cheney and Jenny Thomas are friends. Is that true? Quaalude? No. No, I'm talking, Damon, that's right. I don't even know what you're talking about. This is, yeah, Jenny's freaking, I feel like Jenny Thomas is Queen Jenny's having anxiety attacks. I do, I feel like she's having anxiety attacks right now, as we speak. There's some kind of a legal situation coming for them, but I'm trying to figure out how that would be, because King Thomas is above the law. That's why she wasn't asked to testify in the January... Oh, really? Is that true? She wasn't asked to testify in January 6th proceedings because she has anxiety attacks? I'm not picking up that Liz and Jenny are friends right now. I don't get that. It's Jenny. Oh, poor baby boo-hoo, no vacay this... $500,000 vacations and up. Can you imagine going on a $500,000 vacation? Wow. Sorry, not sorry, yeah. It's really fascinating about how King Clarence got this attitude, like he's, as you know what doesn't stink, and he's above everybody else. Wow, it's just amazing. So, she is afraid. She is afraid. What I get is I get that she has a lot of paranoia. So it's bad enough that they're in so much trouble. It's bad enough that they're in so much trouble. What she does is she catastrophizes. So she's in holy hell right now. Oh, good for you, Maria. She wrote to Sheldon Whitehouse and thanked him. That's a good idea. I don't feel like Liz and Jenny are friends anymore. I really don't pick that up. I think probably because when Liz found out King Clarence is afraid of Jenny. Can you imagine a $500,000 vacation? Would you like that? I think I would just feel like this is just waste. I can't do this. Ron DeFascist. Nobody answered me about whether Ron DeFascist ever called Fort Lauderdale's mayor. Yeah, I'm not picking up that they're friends anymore. I feel like that cord's been severed. They maybe used to be. Things change a lot over the decades, right? Okay, so Ron DeFascist. I'm gonna ask specifically about. Gosh, I feel like Ron DeFascist he's losing support. No news on Florida. He's losing support. I really do see. Gloria said she'd give the money to homeless and soup kitchens. So would I. I have not seen that Ron DeFascist called the mayor of Fort Lauderdale, and I just can't imagine a governor not doing that. But I get that Ron DeFascis is losing support really fast. And there's a lot of energy coming up that just feels like, things are going to reach a tipping point. And with Ron DeFascis, it's going to reach a tipping point because people are getting angrier and angrier. And he's made it easier to get guns. He's made it like anybody can just walk into a gun store. I'll have a gun, please, just like a gallon of milk. I'll have a gallon of milk. I'll have a gun, please. Oh, what would you like? Can I help you? I'll have a gun. Do you have any AR-15s? I've seen the representatives, they have those pins on their lapels. Those guns? Ron DeFascis has made it easier to get guns. And overnight, undercover, signed this 6-week abortion ban. And then Fort Lauderdale has a huge flood, and he doesn't even call the mayor. It's going to reach a tipping point. Just watch. Mark my words. You'll see. This is about Ron DeFascis. He's been stealing the money. And I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if Fort Lauderdale got federal money. I would not be surprised if Ron diverted it. Just saying. He's a big nada. He is not running for president. He is not. He's a chicken. How's his military coming? He has this fantasy. Ron DeFascis has a fascist fantasy of having his stormtroopers stormtroop Disney World. Told you that. His wife is in on it for sure. I think his wife, I read on it last week, and his wife is going to get him into trouble. And there's going to be a lot more. You all know I don't read the cards literally. There's going to be a lot more flooding in Florida, and he's going to do nothing. Yeah, he's going to do nothing. Read on DeSantis' wife. Well, I kind of already did. She's a shyster. She's going to get him in trouble. And Disney's having a Pride event in June. Yep. He's done. I get Ron DeFascis is done. I feel like the people are going to rise up and be really angry. And the kids are having walkouts at the schools. Right? I know okay. Her name is Casey DeSantis, right? Gay. Remember that? The Don't Say Gay bill. And he's still up there and he's going, this is where woke goes to die. We're going to fight wokeism. I mean, I think it was just today. He was going, we're going to fight wokeism. We're going to fight wokeism. And he just sounds so stupid because nobody knows what he's talking about, including him. Crazy. Yes, I'm saying what's named it's little man syndrome, that's for sure. He's a bully because he's a small man. Because small men are bullies. Because there's no need to bully if you're self-confident, right? Think about it. Why would you need to bully if you were self-confident? What will happen to Florida once he leaves? I'm saying Charlie Crist. That's interesting. Elton John is amazing. That will be great. Wait, did I miss something? I was saying the lyrics to Rocket Man. What's up with Elton John? Is he going to be there at the LGBTQ event at Disney World? That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not gay, but it sounds like a fun time. Really, I would go. Chuck Todd got a Republican real good on being woke. Was it yesterday? I have to watch it. We want to be woke. It means that you're progressive. It means that you're not a racist, right? I mean, there's a longer history to the word. We were talking about that at Grassroots of Democracy. Is Ron DeFascis, will he be forced to step down? Well, it's kind of... Wait, let me ask that again. Charlie Crist, remember when Charlie Crist stood there and he said, can you promise your constituents that if you get elected governor again, which I think was illegitimate, but anyway, that you will continue to serve the people of Florida? And he was like a deer in the headlights? That was really weird. Okay. Is Ron DeFascis going to be forced to leave his seat? it's kind of saying yes. Are you all doing your pendulum too? I don't think he'd volunteer to step down, but I get that. I've seen this for several representatives. It's better than being asleep. Be woke. It's better than being asleep. There's a lot still in play with Ron DeFascist, but I don't feel like it's going to go well for him. What I see him doing is it kind of looks like this. You know how he kind of scrunches up his face like he smells something bad? Maybe he smells bad, I don't know. You got yes as well. I see him being really like nasty. That's what happens with these bully narcissists. They get really nasty when they don't get their way, and he's going to get very nasty. He's going to start taking it out on people. Yeah, he doesn't think the law applies to him either. I don't know where these people get their attitudes. Really, honestly. Let's see, do I see anything else in the tea leaves? I did read on this judge in Texas, this abortion ban pill banning it, and on Friday I saw that it wasn't going to, this ban on this pill wasn't going to last. He's involved in money laundering. Yeah, I totally see that. I always, when I read on Ron DeFascist, I see thievery. I see like that Four of Pentacles. And I've always seen that. Who's this? Maria, your brother's gay. You have accompanied him to several events. I bet you had fun. I bet that was totally fun. Okay. The abortion pill ban. Did I leave out something really crucial that I need to read on? Feels like I'm leaving something out. Let's see. El Nino watch has been issued by NOAA with large-scale atmospheric and oceanic. I'm right on the ocean here. Changes now being detected as we head for next. What's an ENSO phase? I don't know what that means. Severe weather in Europe. Trump is our Hitler and DeSantis is our Mussolini. I was reading the other night. No, Trump was Mussolini. The other night I was reading on that Harlan Crow guy, and I felt like he was. Remember, if you were here, I felt like he was Hitler. I don't know what an ENSO is. Some kind of atmospheric changes. Too many topics, I tell you. Too many topics. Let's see. About this judge we'll read about this judge in Texas. What's his fate? Oh my goodness, I've gone 3 minutes over. The strength of the women. Women have been working really hard. The judge in Texas is going to have to give it up. He's going to have to give it a rest. He's going to have to go back to sleep. Yeah, Ron DeFascist is a criminal. Now I'm feeling this upsurge of people. Remember what happened in Tennessee? Look at what's happening with this abortion ban. There's lots of protests everywhere. Students are walking out of their schools. I don't blame them. The fascists who took their clown hearing to New York City today were pretty much laughed out of town and called to task about them not doing anything about gun laws, right? So this is building up. Starting to wonder what they're teaching at Yale and other prestigious schools. These guys, they don't, they just use their money to go to school, and the school takes their money, and they probably pay people to take their tests. It's bad. I'll take one more question from somebody in the chat before we say good evening. Teachers in Florida walking out of class. Yeah, I'm feeling a real uprising of lots and lots of people. And what happens is once like what happened in Tennessee, that got some momentum going. That got a lot of momentum going. I mean, those guys are so inspiring, and they have this beautiful light around them, and that's what we need, people that will inspire people to rise up, and it is happening. I mean, when we see like the Dan Goldmans and like the Adam Schiffs and Jamie Raskins and the rest of them just calling them out and calling them out and calling them out, we feel more motivated, right? There are a lot of open positions for teachers. How long do you think the people of Florida are going to put up with Ron DeFascist doing this? How's Mitch? I don't want to read on Mitch McConnell. Ugh. Sorry. Mitch McConnell is really upsetting me. I know what I haven't read on. Anyway, so when you see these people, these Democrats standing up for democracy in a forceful way, like they're not taking any BS anymore. That we are getting to a point where it's like, okay, when your mother got mad at you and you could be like noisy and fooling around, goofing around, she kept getting more and more aggravated, and then there was a certain point where she was just like, I'm gonna kill you all. I'm just kidding. Now you've done it. Abbott is being controlled by Harlan Crow. Yeah, well, I haven't heard anything about that connection, but that doesn't surprise me at all because I think I read on that. It sounds familiar. Oh, it didn't launch? SpaceX didn't launch? Oh, poor Elon. I'm crying. Just kidding. Pushing back on all the cray-cray. Rise up, people power. Florida will use the National Guard as teachers. That's terrible. Yeah, Damon. Your mom would give you the look, and you just knew. You just knew. That's where we are. That's where we are. That's where the American people are. We have had it up to here and beyond. You know what I'm saying? What was I going to ask? I can't believe I forgot. Why is Lindsay in Israel? I don't think Lindsay even knows why he's in Israel. I totally forgot what I was going to read about to finish up. I think it was a question in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm not going to read about Mitch McConnell. Oh, I know what it was. But you reminded me when you said his name. Well, Kathy, the two Justins are great. The two Justins are fine. Well, I didn't say. I had it in my head. It's about the debt ceiling. Okay, so here it is. I saw Mitch McConnell because somebody mentioned Mitch. I saw Mitch McConnell say something about blaming Joe Biden for the debt ceiling debacle. That's all Kevin McCarthy and his minions. We've had it. We have had enough. I'm telling you what, we have had enough of this BS. Honestly. How dare he? I mean, Mitch McConnell might have gotten a little bit of sympathy and people being, oh, poor guy, he fell. I bet he really was bad and he's old and you know, and he just ruined it. He just ruined it. Kevin is a dweeb. You're being so kind. I'm tired. This is why we get together, people. We need to support each other. That's what we're doing. And I'm being so supportive, I've gone over by almost 10 minutes. Let's take a look. Confusing topic. You meditated today, Damon. Good for you. Damon's trying not to do the swear thing. Oh yeah. When I get you in the car, you're going to be sorry. We're thinking of mom phrases. Don't you dare do that. I have 5 siblings. You can imagine. That's how the mothers kept us in control. This is about the debt ceiling. Oh yeah, the debt ceiling will get raised. Somebody's going to come in and save the day on the debt ceiling thing. I actually think that the Republicans are going to be so weakened. Really, I feel like the Republicans will be so weakened. Cruz gave his support to 45 this weekend. Do we have to go outside? Damon, you just got me. Go outside. Get out from under my feet. The things that moms said. Calling you by your full name. Oh yeah. We just opened up a can of worms. The things that moms would say. I feel like by the time the debt ceiling needs to be raised like last minute, like, Hail Mary kind of situation, the Republicans will be so weakened. Wait till your father gets home. Oh gosh, that's scary. We could use someone on a swift white horse about now. Yeah, well, I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. The debt ceiling issue will be kind of swooped up and rescued at the last minute, and it's because the Republicans have been so weak. Simple Jack. The Republicans are not playing, and that's not what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that they'll be so weakened that they won't be able to stop us from raising the debt ceiling. We need us. We need to all be involved. You had your father wrapped around your finger and your mother never said that to you. Alright, so we're picking it up. Okay, I've gone over. It's 101 minutes, so we've got to call it a night. Your favorite psychic has to, I get that about Simple Jack. Your favorite psychic? I'm just being funny because Trump says that. Your favorite president? 3 community cards. Be nice, everybody. Alright, 3 community cards to tie us over till Wednesday. Don't forget, tomorrow we have a live stream. You can watch it afterwards too if you're busy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. You might be busy. We're going to have Kathy Beal is the professional Aquarian. She's an astrologer. We're going to talk about... Oh, thank you. I got this from an Indian store. We're going to talk about these eclipses. Before you go, if you could hit the thumbs up, that would be wonderful. I think that my numbers are building. It's a slog, but I'm doing my best. When will AR-15s be banned? Oh, come on. We have to put you in timeout and it's the end. Gloria, you're a wrench. So tomorrow we're going to inform you about all the, come on. I have wrenches here. What's happening? I need to sign up more wrenches. And thank you for you guys that have the wrenches. The 2 eclipses that, starting, it's going to be on the 20th, an eclipse, sun goes into Taurus, that day. Yeah, Simple Jack, he's gone. He's gone. We don't put up with crap on this channel. We do good. We do pretty good with that. We're going to see the Republicans acting really... totally foolish. He's not showing on your screen. Maybe he doesn't really exist. Maybe the troll doesn't really exist. No worries, Gloria. Thanks for your help. We're going to see the Republicans acting really foolish, and unfortunately we're going to have to just kind of wait this one out. But I'm only reading from now until Wednesday. Thanks, Darren. And... I'm kind of getting a good feeling between now and Wednesday. I feel like we're going to get some good news about justice coming. But we're just keeping it in balance. We're not being told a lot of what's going on. Well, which is always the case anyway. But part of the reason that we know so little, part of the reason is that is because of the death threats. So, it's not funny the trolls not showing up everywhere. You never know about those trolls. So, between now and Wednesday, just kind of keep you cool. Everything is cool, man. Just be cool. Calm down. Get a bunny. Get a little lamb chop or get a teddy bear or something. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your compliments. Much appreciated. If you're so inclined, I do have a tip jar, and I really appreciate those of you who donate. What do my cards say about the trolls? They're just, some of them aren't even real humans. And psychicandetian.com, book a reading. It's a lot of fun. I do everything. It's soup to nuts. Yeah. All right. I love you all. Remember, namaste means the God in me salutes the God in you. So that's what I'm doing. I will see you again real soon. Be well. Join us for 20 on Tuesdays. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. See you soon.